Sunday night, November the 29th, All-Star Wrestling will once again return to Washington's beautiful Capitol Center. Sunday night, November 21. Scheduled on the card will be the likes of two of the outstanding mighty midget wrestlers. In the tag team title matchup, Fuji and Saito take on Tony Garea and Rick Martel. Aside from that, King Kong Mosca meets Mr. USA Tony Atlas, and of course, waiting in the wings will be, in the return encounter, a Texas death match with no holds barred, no time limit, no countouts, no disqualification. Bob Backlund, the champion, meaning a title holder in his own right, once again making reference to the magnificent Muraco. But right now, our guest will be Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, who readies himself to take on King Kong.
That's how the big 8-man King Kong monster get out here and holler and scream and make all kind of noise about how big and bad he is. Monster, you want people to think you big, bad, mean, and ugly? Well, I just showed people exactly how you look to me. You get in, you pound on your chest, and you pound on other people's brains. I seen you beat a whole lot of people in the past. I'm not taking anything away from you. I'd be a fool to stand out here and tell anybody that King Kong monster is a pushover, is a chump. Anybody that thinks that is a complete fool, don't have any sense whatsoever. My mother did not raise no fool. She raised a 6'2", 250-pound brick house that is going to fight the animal, King Kong monster. They don't give him that name for being no kind of chump. They call him King Kong. He earned the name King Kong, and I'm going to whoop the ape. I went to the zoo. I saw this great big old hairy ape at the zoo, and I said, that looked just like Moscow. I like to get in the cage with it, but the cage man wouldn't let me do it. So I went to the promoter. They had a gorilla, King Kong monster. They said, yes, you can get in the ring with our gorilla, in the cage with our gorilla. Our gorilla is King Kong monster. They try to tame him, try to teach him how to eat with a fork and a spoon. Can't do so, but they did teach him how to wrestle. And they taught me how to wrestle. And in Washington, D.C., we're going to boogie, oogie, oogie, King Kong monster.
Tony Atlas, Mr. USA, readies himself, and indeed that is going to be some matchup when he takes on King Kong Mosca. All right, now our guest, the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, along with the magnificent Muraco and Grand Wizard. Here it is. One more time, the shining moment of glory for your protege here. In a Texas death match, no holds barred against Bob Backlund.
McMahon, who do you think this match favors? No rules, no regulations. There's not a dirty trick in the world that we don't know and won't use. The magnificent one will emerge triumphant from this Texas death.
Aside from that, Mr. Muraco, I'm sure you are keenly aware of the fact that Bob Backlund has never lost a Texas death match.
Bob Backlund, just several months ago, people saw you face one of the most vicious wrestlers in the world, one of the most cruel, sadistic wrestlers on the face of the earth, George Animal Steel, in a Texas death match, and defeat one George Animal Steel. But they've never seen you against a man of my quality, of mine ability, a man who has taken you to the limit, a man who has put you down and held you down for as long as I've wanted to, a man who has dominated you, and a man who should be, right now, the world heavyweight champion. But I can wait a couple more weeks.
The magnificent Muraco, making reference to his date with destiny on Sunday night, November 29, in Washington. Our guest now, the champion, Bob Backlund. Mr. Backlund, knowing full well this could be an uphill battle in the Texas death match.
Well, Vince, it was quite a battle last time. We gained a lot of respect for each other, and I thought it was one of the finest wrestling matches that the Capitol Center ever witnessed, and I'm looking forward to a tough return match. Neither one of us wanted to give up. Neither one of us would give in to each other, and there's a lot of pride, a lot of prestige, and we're both very, very determined, and one of us is going to walk out of that the winner in the Texas death match.
Bob Backlund, his comments on the Texas death match encounter against the magnificent Muraco as wrestling returns to the Capitol Center on Sunday night, November the 29th.
These watches represent the latest